If you want more appointments for your real estate business, in this video I'm going to walk you through exactly how we do that for our clients all across North America, real estate teams, real estate agents, how they're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 appointments on their calendar and live transfer them every single day. So really my goal more than anything is to plug you into our track record of success. And what I mean by that is like the Sheridan Street advantage is really this. Our goal is to bring you an unfair advantage by working with us. And what I mean by that is we've generated millions of leads across multiple platforms. We have made millions of calls and we have generated millions of leads across pretty much almost every state and every province in Canada and in the US. And not only that, not only have we generated millions of leads, and not only have we generated millions of calls, we actually reviewed over 5,000 calls. And I don't say this to impress you, I say this to impress on you that what we are doing right now in the ISA space is designed in order to drive more conversion for your real estate business. Within the Sheridan Street ISA solution, there really are 3 pillars that drive conversion for our clients. The first pillar is the Sheridan Street appointment engine. And when clients come to us, like real estate team leads and agents, one of the problems they have is they don't have the bandwidth, the time, or the resources in order to hire, onboard, train, and manage an ISA. And it becomes difficult because there's 1,000 other things you need to do in real estate. And to top that on everything else you have to do is very difficult. Like showings, open houses, writing contracts, 1,000 of other things. Driving is a full-time job. It's something we've learned, and one of the biggest problems that we really try to solve for is we do all of that. And something we've found is that within the Sheridan Street appointment engine, a lot of companies won't tell you that it's actually taking 37 touch points in order to get a sit-down appointment meeting. When I talk about touch points, what I mean by that is like emails, text. Like the average PPC lead takes 540 days in order to convert. You can kind of see the gap between lead and conversion is really this, systems and skill. And what we do is we do those 37 touch points. So when you work with us, when you choose to work with the Sheridan Street ISA, you get not only unlimited touches on every lead that's in your database, we give you unlimited lead flow, and we give you unlimited touches on those leads because on average, it takes 37 touch points in order to actually create a conversion. So my question is this, like if we could take the touches off of your plate, what would that do for you and your business? And our clients love this because what it gives them is it gives them predictability in their business. So my question here for you is, as you're listening to this video, what if you had somebody that was following up on your behalf, that was sending you transfers every single day, and all you had to do was A, pick up your phone, and B, use the frameworks that we give you, that every 10 transfers our clients are getting, 4 to 7 are going to in-person meeting, and about 1 to 3 clients are converting out of 10 transfers. What if that could be the reality for your real estate business? How different would your life look in 12 months? Now, the second pillar that drives conversion for our real estate agents with our ISA program is lifetime nurture. Lifetime nurture consists of 3 different campaigns that I'm going to walk you through in this video. The first campaign is what we call Deal of the Week. Deal of the Week is a property-specific campaign that gets people to raise their hand. So what if you had somebody that was actually following up and doing lifetime nurture, and you had people that were specifically answering you about specific properties, like they wanted to go see a specific property that we sent them during lifetime nurture. The reason we do this is because ultimately, like I mentioned earlier, we believe all conversion happens in conversation. Every single lifetime nurture campaign that we send out, the goal is to get somebody to raise their hand so you can have a good conversation with them about buying and selling real estate. So the second campaign is called After Hours Chatbot. We ultimately want to meet people where they're at. We want to meet buyers and sellers where they're at. If they message us at 8:30 o'clock at night, we want to be able to have a conversation with them about buying and selling real estate. But the reality is, like you see here, this was a conversion that Dan created, but our ISA wasn't available, Dan wasn't available, and what the After Hours ChatGPT chatbot did was convert this lead for Dan and just booked an appointment on their calendar. So imagine you could have a conversation with a buyer or seller, and you could actually book an appointment with them without ever having to have a conversation with them leading up to that appointment. What would that do for your real estate business if you were off on a Saturday, if you're off on a Sunday, you're with your family, you're with your kids, and all of a sudden an appointment shows up on your calendar and you specifically know their budget, their timeline, and what they're specifically looking for. Not only are you gonna get live transfers, you're also gonna get booked appointments with the AI ChatGPT chatbot directly on your calendar. And the third campaign that drives lifetime nurture is what we call lifetime nurture campaigns. We want to make sure that every single lead that enters into our database, that enters into your database, is nurtured, and the nurturer gets people to raise their hand. What would that do if you had lifetime nurture in your real estate business and you could get to those 37 touches that it takes in order to create a conversation, in order to create a sit-down meeting? What would that do for your real estate business if you had that installed today? And the third pillar that really drives conversion for our real estate agents is accountability. Look, let me cut to the chase here for a second. Our job at Sheridan Street is not to tell you what you want to hear, it's to tell you what you need to hear. The reason we need to tell you what you need to hear is because our goal is, if you're currently at a deal a month and you want to go to 2, we know how to help you do that, but we know you need to follow a process in order to do that. Whether you want an additional deal a month, 2 deals a month, 3 deals a month, 4 deals a month extra, we want to help you get there. And we do that through accountability and reporting. Something we learned early on in our real estate business, something that I think really separates us from other ISA companies doing similar things, is we have a sales training organization as well. And in the sales training organization, we surveyed over 5,000 calls, and we found that less than 8% of real estate agents with that criteria, with that information of timeline, budget, motivation, means, were even asking for an appointment. Meaning they were talking to a buyer and seller, and less than 8% of real estate agents were even asking for a sit-down meeting via Zoom or via in-person. We want to make sure you're set up in a way where you can have not only a great conversation with the prospect, but you can also get an in-person meeting, because when you get that in-person meeting or you get that Zoom meeting, you're able to get the buyer or the seller under contract. Because ultimately, we believe all conversion happens in conversations. Something we did with this information is we created a portal alongside of my partner Vikram Deol called the 7-Figure Appointment Playbook. We've trained hundreds of agents all across North America on this playbook, and it's the toolkit, it's the foundation that will drive conversion for you and your real estate team. I talked to so many real estate leaders across the country, and this is literally the catalyst thing that actually gets their agents to start booking more appointments and drive more conversion for their real estate business. So within the context of accountability, we also give you reporting, and we also give you live calls that your agent's going to show up to with their live transfer calls in order to get feedback. Because we know that it takes all 3 pillars in order to drive conversion. It's going to take an appointment engine, it's going to take lifetime nurture, and it's going to take accountability in order to get ultimately what you want: more conversion and more income. That's the Sheridan Street appointment engine. If you want any more information about how we can help you drive more conversion for your real estate business, simply DM me the word conversion below, and I'll reach out with next steps.